Good evening, Julian McBain here, and tonight we are playing Entropia Universe. So, for tonight, what we're going to be doing is just another 50 PED run killing the robots. I kind of want to see a little bit better about what our profit-loss ratio is. The last time I was out here, a couple of things weren't quite repaired all the way, and like my Mind Force chip wasn't repaired, so I didn't get a really good gauge of, just what the profit-loss ratio is out here. I think over the next couple of videos, that's what we're going to be doing, is a lot more controlled cost hunts and trying to figure out where the best bang for our buck comes in. So without further ado, we're going to end up under attack before we're even honestly on the ground properly. I do want to talk for a second real quick. And if you would please, of course, hit like, share, and subscribe down below. Did I ever repair it? No, I didn't repair that one. That's adorable. That's fine. I'm not going to count Buchan's spare rifle for all. Well, let's see. It's 6.07. So let's write that down. There. The one thing I forgot was this stupid rifle. Anyway. So, because I am brilliant, as dinner was served tonight, pan of kielbasa came out of the oven, set on the stove. I watched this happen. I don't know what made me not realize that it was lidded when it came out of the oven. And it was not a saucepan, and it wasn't a skillet. It was one of those like 3-inch deep pans that you make kielbasa and other things in, with a glass and metal lid. And what's the first thing I do? I go to make my son's dinner and I grab a hold of the lid with my left hand. Three of my 4 fingers are burnt. Now, it's not terrible. I mean, I'm using them to operate a computer, so it's not that bad. They're not even first-degree burns, but it's one of those moments where you just feel totally brain dead. Because, I mean, I work at a computer all day. And, of course, I'm a content creator, which requires use of keyboard. And it kind of sucks when your fingertips get burnt. So don't burn your fingertips. That's the lesson for today. It did make me think of something, though, and if you'll excuse me for kind of going off topic here for a second. I did burn my fingertips. It hurts a lot, but there are people who have suffered worse burns, including children. As you're doing your holiday donations, consider the Shriners hospitals. They give, the families don't pay for anything. And yes, the Shriners kind of have a special place in my heart because it's the Shriners are brothers of mine. I'm not a Shriner myself, but I'm a Mason, and they do good work, so please consider supporting this holiday season. Okay. So, back on topic. The reason I'm out here hunting more robots, besides the fact that, speaking of which, I should probably bring my dog out. The reason I'm out here hunting more robots is because frankly, I don't hunt robots enough. And I know that sounds terrible. I don't kill enough robots, gotta kill more robots. No, it's nothing like that. Although, in this game, it's kind of like that. They're the bad guys. No, it's because you have certain skills that you accumulate when hunting robots as opposed to animals, as opposed to other mobs. And I think it's important to make sure that you properly cultivate all of your skills. And so, by coming out here and hunting these robots, I'm of course getting the Scout Bot's quest taken care of, which I have neglected fighting robots on Calypso. And of course, with this one, it's going to give me the option of handguns, rifles, or weapons handling, which weapons handling is really good for like my heavy weapons. At least I believe it is. And since the only other way for me to level those skills is either to grind it out with a laser rifle or to go up into space and burn a whole lot of PED hunting space mobs, which I'm not entirely opposed to. I just don't have that kind of cash to drop. especially going into the holidays. This is the best option. And I don't know, does anyone, can you like upgrade your quad wing to be able to fight more than 3 or 4 of those stupid freaking Cthulhu things in space? Or is it just a matter of having to grind your captain profession so that you can avoid them? Because I'd kind of like to know. And yes, occasionally I do hit them with my more offensive Mind Force chips. That's something I do want to grind out at some point, is my offensive Mind Force chips. They are up to about the par of... they're somewhere in between my Laconian sword and the LB10. They're definitely not up to LB10 standards because I can only do 15 to 20 damage at a time. And the LB10 does, I think it's up to 40? 45. And on the regular now, you know, I'm using the LB15, but for this hunt, it's more eco for me to use a lower level weapon. And it's definitely not eco for me to use this weapon. Oh, what are you hunting today? Berry Clip, pull out the Laconian sword. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. Back up, back up, back up. No, 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 no. Let's isolate this guy. There we go. Now draw him back before his friends come along. This guy's isolated. Boom. Never thought of that. I should be using my Mind Force chips more to pull instead of Buchan's Spare Rifle. Not because of the extra damage, but just to kind of grind that skill out a little bit. Jammed. 2 of them. Pull him back. Oh, he's bringing friends. Ouch. Come on, target the guy. Pull back. Oh, frick. Pull back. Pull back. Run away! Make him follow me. He hits like a brick shithouse with a laser cannon. Probably because he is. Come on, come on. You can do it. Chop him down. Hi. I will say this, fighting robots in this game is definitely more complex than hunting like the Panleons. I think that they might actually have a deliberately more intelligent algorithm. Or maybe even a more deliberately aggressive posture. Since they're the, you know, quote-unquote bad guys. I don't know how Mind Arc really sets all that up, but if I had to make a guess, that would be it. Oh, in case you were wondering, I don't know if I had said this, what the amount is on this. It's actually a 60 PED run because I'm using 50 PED worth of weapon cells and 10 PED worth of synthetic mind essence, which, you know, not enough people really. Oh, when it's universal ammo, no one gives a shit because it all comes out of the same pool. But since I'm using separated ammos, it's important for me to make that distinction. I'm gonna kind of fall back a little bit. I don't want to get stuck in there too badly. That's one thing about hunting these guys is that, and I'm sure you probably noticed this in my last video hunting robots, it is really easy to end up just mobbed by them because you'll be following one enemy and come to find out all his friends kind of sped out and then they turned and kind of came on you at a right angle and you didn't see them in time, and Now you've got 4 of them on you, and you're losing HP faster than you can heal, even with your FAP or your healing ship. And life goes really bad at that point for a few minutes until you die, and then you start all over again. And I mean, in this game, you know, it's not like real life. Dying in this game isn't a huge deal. You know, you get back up, you brush yourself off, and you know, you take a little armor durability, whatever. But at the same time, you know, it's, especially for those of us who record it and put it out there for everyone to see, it's kind of embarrassing when we die, especially if it's preventable. Like, I'm not talking about, like, last video I ended up in this area up here in an unexpectedly densely populated wave hunt. And that definitely required more than one person, and I was up there solo not realizing that there would be a wave hunt. It's like, unexpected wave hunt, by the way. They're aggressive. And their algorithms are designed to mob. Well, that was fun. But when you have control over what you're doing. Come on. That's my one complaint about using Mind Force, is that the reload time on a Mind Force, especially if you're switching weapons, it's almost, I think it's almost twice that. Or maybe it's just standard and rifles are faster to reload to begin with because they don't do as much damage. Or at least that particular rifle I've been using. I'm not sure how I feel about this hunt so far. No, I guess we're okay. We are okay. So I'm curious if any of you are interested in letting me know, what are your favorite places to hunt in Entropia universe? Maybe if I'm of the level to be able to go check it out, I would love to go check it out and, you know, try my hand at it. If I'm not of the level, then I'll have to, you know, kind of make a mental note of it and go check it out later. Please keep in mind I have 35,600 skill points, which is not huge. Not huge at all. So I am far from Uber. Far from Uber. Although my first anniversary in Entropia is coming up, and I'm kind of excited about that. Well, yes and no. Excited because it's kind of a landmark, you know, that first year. But at the same time, my anniversary is like the first weekend in December. And I live in Vermont. So, like, today I mowed the lawn for what is probably going to be the last time this year. This coming weekend I'll pull the deck off and wash the deck and do all the sharpening crap and, you know, fun stuff. But then, you know, you get a couple of weeks off and then the fluffy white stuff comes. And we get the shovel. Thankfully my shovel is, you know, 4.5 to 8 feet wide depending on what the implement I put on front. And has a diesel engine in behind it, but doesn't mean it's less of a pain in the ass. I will say this, I don't mind winter. And to be fair, I spent about 7 years in North Dakota, where we don't get as much snow, or they don't get as much snow, but it's a lot colder. We're talking like, there are days on record where North Dakota was reporting colder than the Curiosity rover. Just putting that out there. I wish I was joking, I'm not. And I loved it. I absolutely, like, I have had beer after shoveling, and I'm not exaggerating, a 5-foot snowdrift out of my neighbor's yard. The three of us worked on it for probably an hour and a half. It wasn't a very long driveway. A 5-foot snowdrift out of their yard after a blizzard. It was 1 degree, and we're out in their garage drinking beer. Door open, no heat, like it was just a normal day. So I'm really not bothered by winter weather per se. But shoveling is a pain in the ass. I don't even remember where I was going with this. Sorry, guys. Oh, God. Lost my train of thought. I don't... This is one of those cases where I kind of wish I did live streams, because then if anyone was in chat, they could remind me of where I am. One of those, ooh, shiny moments. Oh, but anyway, so... This past weekend, I really kind of hammered out a lot for the channel. So, for those of you who are watching my We Happy Few series, over the 3-day weekend, because today is October 9th, and yes, I did get the 8th off. I produced 8 videos for the We Happy Few series. Scheduled them out. I am now scheduled out through the first week of November for We Happy Few. And this video will be coming out on the 10th, because I realized as I finished the last video of We Happy Few, I even took a night off from Entropia Universe to get this done. So I really hammered on We Happy Few over the weekend. And part of it was because I wanted to have the content made. Part of it was because I was just having too much fun to stop. And I'm thinking about what else I can put out for Let's Play videos and what people would be interested in. So, if any of you watch my Let's Play video series, of which I currently have 1, let me know what I should play. There are games that I kind of have on the docket. I don't know what order they're going to come out in. One thing I don't want to do is to play 2 games of the same genre, which is why I have not started playing Subnautica, despite the fact that I desperately want to make a series of it now, and they've got a sequel coming out. I just feel that oh crap. I wasn't paying attention. Heal. I do plan on making a Subnautica series, and I want to try to put it out before I get to the... Well, it's a standalone sequel, so it wouldn't be a huge deal. But I do want to get... Oh, for frick's sake, seriously? I think this is, like, part of the algorithm. So if you kill 1, 4 more will approach. Even if you're trying to retreat. So pull back. Yeah, see that? There's still 3 on me. And that one's still coming. I think I'm pretty well SOL. Yep, there we go. Damn it. Once you have 3 on you, it is really hard to not have 3 on you. Like, as soon as you kill 1, another one will manage to pop up. And I don't know if that's deliberate or if that's just my bad luck. But it's tough. It's frustrating. I'm not going to lie. It's very frustrating. Level 14. You know what? Maybe they'll be my next video. I haven't fought them yet. And they're level 14, which is kind of on the cusp of my capability. But I haven't fought level 14s using the LB15s. So maybe that'll be my next video. But anyway, so I don't want to make 2 series of the same genre, right? Not at the same time. And I'm not talking like Entropia Universe and WoW or Entropia Universe and Final Fantasy. That's different, because those are actively played, and I haven't put any Final Fantasy videos out yet. I'm not sure if I will. I do have a couple of the Palace of the Damned. Maybe I'll do like a solo run. I don't know yet. I'm kind of on the fence about Final Fantasy 14. Like, I want to like it. I'm just having a real hard time liking it. It's kind of like the current WoW X-Pack. I really want to like it. I'm just having a hard time with it. But games I do want to put out series of include I'm doing We Happy Few. I do want to do Subnautica, and more importantly, I want to do the sequel of Subnautica. Although, to be fair, I don't want to do the sequel until I do the original, because I have played some of the original. Not enough to really get a cohesive glimpse of what the plot's supposed to be. I kind of have the gist of it, you know, get the fuck off the planet. It has something to do with, you know, alien crap. But I don't have a lot of insight to the plot line. So I do want to play it, and then I want to turn around and play the sequel when it's released. Its alpha is due out. Whether or not I will produce videos of the alpha before it's in a releasable mode, I think what I'll do is I'll try it out first, which kind of kills the blind portion of it. But at the same time, I feel if I try putting videos out for a build and the build turns out to not be stable, that'll be both frustrating from a recording point of view, and it'll be frustrating from a viewing point of view. So I'm gonna see how the alpha turns out, because I've done alpha testing and beta testing. I was an alpha tester for We Happy Few, a public alpha tester. I paid for it, and they let you have early access. And Subnautica is operating the same way. I alpha tested for We Happy Few. I beta tested for Heroes of the Storm. I beta tested for Mists of Pandaria. I didn't find out I had been invited to beta test for Battle for Azeroth until it was like the day before it released, and I was like, well, shit, I missed that opportunity. I do like alpha and beta testing. It's actually something I enjoy. Not just because it's, you know, you get to see the content before it's actually public, or if it is public before everyone else wants to see it, but because you get to be a part of the process and say, hey, by the way, there's a bug here. Here's what I did to cause the bug to occur, or here's what I did and it caused the bug to occur, and whether or not it was recreatable. It's kind of a fun thing I do. I think it's because I do a little bit of development. I'm currently learning C++. I've taken courses in C#. I've done a little bit of Python. I enjoy the coding process, but more than anything, I enjoy just the idea of creating something in that manner and helping people to create something. Even if it's, you know, kind of enlightened self-interest, because that means I get to play a game before it's actually out. To me, it's just a blast. So if you're a game developer and you're watching this, I will alpha test for free. Assuming, of course, I have time to do it right now, because oh my god. Oh shit. God bless it. Come on, there we go. Good grief. I never thought I'd want to see tab targeting. But boy, this game sometimes. We're about halfway through our ammo now. Oh, this could be bad. About to have one of those Steve Irwin moments. These are the Scout Bot 200s. The level 7. Some of the most dangerous robots on Cyrene. Why that one? It was like way back. The other ones would have made a whole lot more sense. No, it's the one in the back. I think they have like random aggro zones. Or maybe their aggro is actually like there's a dead zone if you're too close. I don't know. It's just sometimes they like really randomly, the way they aggro is super random. And it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it doesn't have to make sense to me, but it doesn't make sense to me. The one thing that I've always believed in is 2 + 2 should always equal 4. Well, for some reason, their aggro ranges 2 + 2 doesn't always equal 4. Oh, thank you guys for putting up with me. I swear. The fact that you're willing to watch my videos, I greatly appreciate it. Especially considering I can be wicked weird on a regular basis. And the sad part is, I am having a scotch. It's about, what, 20:30? 20:40 on a Tuesday night. And I'm just like, ugh. So thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. If you guys can hear that, that's Molly. I don't know if you can hear her in the background. She's a Maltese. And occasionally she's scared of her own shadow, and occasionally she's hyper aggressive for no reason. I don't know what it is she's barking at right now, but there are people on hand to check that out. But if all of a sudden I have to like get up and run away, I promise I will post a second video showing the other end of this run. And you'll probably see me standing still for a long period of time. Or if it's short, I may just, you know, peace out for a minute if there's someone at the door, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's 9:15 p.m. We kind of have a rule about that. Like, you better have a damn good reason for knocking at the door at 9 p.m. Come on. There we go. We are down 20 PED in ammo. And how much mind essence do we have? Oh, we still have like almost 8 PED of mind essence. So we've gone through very little mind essence. That's good. Seriously? Now watch. It hasn't aggroed technically, but it's going to wait for me to attack something or get aggro from something, and it's going to aggro. Like this thing aggroed. And now that's finally going to approach, because that's what it was waiting for. And that other one got really close all of a sudden. And somehow there are 2 others right here waiting for me. Yep, there we go. Called it. Called it. Did I not call it? Look at that. I totally called it. Oh, I hate robots. I hate robots. I wonder if they're, like, linked. So, like in World of Warcraft, you'll run into mob groups in dungeons, where if you pull one of them, you pull all of them. And I know that it's not cut and dry like that here in Entropia universe, but I wonder if there is a much higher level, or not level, but a much higher chance of pulling extra robots if you pull one of them in the chain. If any of you know, let me know. I'd appreciate it. I would be curious to find out. So, at this point, what my plan is for the rest of this particular video is if one of two things will happen. I'll either run out of ammo, which is the desired goal, or I'll die again. If I die again, because watching me die is probably not entertaining, or maybe it is, maybe watching me die is entertaining as hell for you guys, I will probably call the run at that point, because we're solidly 2/3 of the way in. Or 2/3, oh my god. 3/5 of the way in. I can math honest. And I don't feel like wasting a lot of my armor durability just dying over and over. I haven't upgraded my armor yet. I am looking at possibly switching to Ghost in the very near future. Target the bot. Thank you. I do need to make a run back to Cali at some point soon, Calypso. And I'm at the point where it would probably be a smart idea for me to do it sooner rather than later. I can pick up a couple swords. And fly back with them without having to pay the postage. And I try to plan ahead, like I'll purchase them the night before so that while I'm asleep, they get shipped to Cyrene. Nope. Nope, sorry. Not falling for it. I'll kill that robot instead. Wow. Here, have a laser blast to the face. You can't even see it, but there's the crit. Oh boy. I swear. Well, this guy's still after me. Here come his friends. We're gonna back up. There we go. The one downside to fighting these is that you don't get a lot of globals off them. And even when you do get a global, it's not very big. And in fact, I don't know that I've ever gotten a global off these guys. No, I have not. I've gotten some off the Panleons, and in fact, one was really nice. I think my biggest one off the Panleon was... I got a 93. I got a 93 PED global off Panleons. So after this video is over, I'm probably going to grab the daily and run over and hunt them for a while. But these robots, I have never globaled off them. And while I don't expect globals, they're kind of a nice thing to get. Kind of entices you to keep hunting them. And I don't know if it's because I'm over level or under level or I'm not properly geared. I don't know how the algorithm works. I know, I'm talking a lot of math. I've been reading that C++ text, and it's just ruining me for the Cult of Ludius thing. But we all know, Ludius is a thing. He's canon. Or she. Well, it's Latin, so it would be Ludia. One-shot kill. Ludius is canon, so we know he's a thing. But, I mean, let's face it, he's the loot algorithm for the robots. Or for everything. He's a mathematical formula block of code. And I'm cool with that. If we want to form a cult around a block of code, I am cool with that, because people have formed cults around stranger things. But I do find it amusing that I've seen people like pray to Ludius, and it's like and I nothing against them, you know. I have my own personal beliefs, but it occurred to me one day as I was listening to one of these. It's you're asking a block of code to be in your favor, which, as someone who has done programming, is kind of amusing. Because I don't know the number of programmers who pray that their code will work, myself included. Okay, we are down to about 15 PED. I'll probably take us down to about 10, like I usually do. I always like to have that buffer. So if I have to fight my way out, I have the PED to do so, or the ammo to do so. And as I don't carry a mobile TT around with me, I need to be able to get into my ship and the hell away. Kill it, kill it! $13 PED. These two are going to aggro at the same time. I really don't have any control over that. Oh, it did the thing. Did the thing where it's... Oh, are you serious? And now they're all going to approach. I got to kill this fast. Keep running. They're still standing there. Are they going to attack? That one's coming like full bore at me. Look at this. Look at the way they move. Oh, is that... I gotta know. I wish... I would love to just have an idea. Seriously? Like, he's gonna run into me and then suddenly just, like, rubber band back? Oh boy. That's okay. Like, oh, look at it, he's on top of me. No, he's not, he's way over there. No wonder I couldn't hit him with the sword despite the fact that he was shooting me. Oh boy. I know, these things happen. Get over it, Julian. It's part of the game. We're doing okay. Not as good as we were doing earlier. I'm wondering if like a 25 pet hunt is kind of the sweet spot for... Dude! Seriously? Like, you're obviously aggroed. Just attack, for crying out loud. We have about a PED worth of usable ammo left. Well, we got 11 PED. Call it 3 or 4 more bots. Not counting junk bots. Like, junk scout bots are the biggest argument for carrying around starter pistols. And what I mean by starter pistols are on Cyrene they have these like 1 or 2 damage limited pistols you can buy. I think you can get them at the trade terminal, but one of the early quest mobs, not mobs, NPCs gives you this pistol that does like no damage, but it'll one-shot kill a junk scout bot, and it uses like no ammo. So I think that junk scout bots are like the biggest reason to carry around this one weapon. It does like no damage, but scout bots have like 1 HP. But you know what, we're gonna call it here. I would rather be safe than sorry. Come on, thank you. Oh, when did my sleep near take some damage? Maybe I've been making a few too hard landings. A few too many hard landings. That's okay. I don't mind repairing vehicles because it helps me to grind out my engineering skills. And I'm still a long way away from being a crafter, but I do want to keep those skills going. I have invested a little into crafting skills. Like, I think I'm a level... Have I hit level 1 in... I'm a level 2 long blades engineer. I'm a level 1 mechanical engineer. I've almost hit level 2. I know. Especially since my swordsman skills. Here it is, level 23. Ah! But there you have it. Okay, let's do a count up. There we go, trade terminal. Okay, so we essentially started with 60 PED. 7.33, that's the ammo that we didn't use, 64 out of 60. Thank you. 6190. That's a good start. We're above our initial. And we didn't use all of our ammo, yes, but that makes it nice and easy to figure out. Clear. Let's go to a repair terminal. There it is. Check out our armor. Wait, what? Our armor did not take enough damage to be considered damaged. I'll take it. I'll take it. Apparently fighting robots in this armor is not what I should be wearing, which might have explained why I was dying a bit faster than I was expecting. But our Mind Force chip did take some decay. That's 1.47. And I think that's all we had, because this is a limited weapon. And I didn't calculate the amount of it that we used of it, but you're going to end up buying those weapons anyway. So, doing the math, 6190 minus 147 is 60.43 PED. So we made a 43 PEC profit off of this, accepting that this will be converted to amp. What did I do? Oh, convert this to ammo. 2307. So if we dump all this back into the trade terminal, so give me just a second here, guys. 1.47 was what we spent on repairs, right? So it's 22.74 plus 23.07 in ammo, universal ammo, plus, oh, I guess we should have probably put that in there first, shouldn't we have? Because, you know, I'm smart. Okay, so 39.38 in unused ammo and loot. And then 2307 in universal ammo, minus 147. Seriously? We made like a PED, is what it turns out to be. My calculator's being a piece of crap. It just like cleared everything for no reason, so I'm not going to waste your time. But we made like a PED, so not a bad run. Not a great run, but not a bad run. I'll take it. I will. It's definitely beats a swift kick in the pants. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. It helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. Lets me know that I'm not just talking to the wind. Again, if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them. I do ask that you try to be constructive, but low-grade motion sensor. Huh. Okay. But if I'm really fucking something up, let me know. You know, I can take the criticism. I'm not made of paper mache. I appreciate it. You all have a wonderful night.